Hi, and welcome back to this Dark Souls playthrough. We're back with Janet, our heavy armor knight. Put away that spear, Janet. Back to the halberd. Alright, and today we're going to be taking on the No Man's Wharf. Running through, killing ourselves a Flexile Sentry. Okay, so this is Pirate Land, as you can tell by the ship. It's just sort of a, classic pirate cove. Over here we've got somebody who's going to be firing fire arrows at us, so it's going to be our goal to sort of get out of his range as soon as possible. Luckily he's not very accurate. He seems to be thinking I'm running. It's not that hard to get away from. There is, however, a guy throwing oil up there, and that makes any fire that hits you really painful. Oh, come on now. Two guys ambush you right as soon as you get in here. Nothing too tough, though. And you can take care of the eye of the guy who's throwing oil up here. Ouch. These enemies are a little bit fast, and he can still hit you with those fire arrows from here too, so definitely be careful about that. But inside here is also a chest. Just a titanite shard, nothing too fancy. But then you don't have a guy throwing oil on you from above, which is what's really important with that run. There's tons of health. A lot of archers in this area. Just kind of unfortunate. Come on then. Now up here, there's a couple of characters who are going to ambush us. Let's try to grab this first. And it's best to probably trigger this ambush before you walk into it. So usually pull out a crossbow. And I still don't have any bolts, do I? I really should have picked up some bolts. Okay, well in that case, we're gonna just trigger the old-fashioned way. Alright, come on then. These guys just have a little bit higher poise, so even whenever you hit them, they don't necessarily stagger. That's really the problem with them. If you trigger it from range and then run back, one of the guys will get confused and go back into his house. There's a dark python resin in there. Yeah. Come on then. So, oh, here are these guys. They hate fire, so they will do that if you can get them into a spot like that, which is nice, because it allows you to just sort of cut them down. Otherwise, they do bleeding damage whenever they hit, which is really irritating, and they've got deceptively long range, but usually you'll find them in sort of dark places like this. Really quickly equip that. There we go. Slightly faster roll. But as you can see, even whenever we do get hit, we're barely taking damage. That's sort of the nice thing about wearing heavy enough armor that you can't roll. Come on. Alright. And, back behind here, there's the Ring of Life Protection. Which is really an excellent item. So it basically nullifies death, which means that if you're a human, you stay human. More importantly, you don't lose any souls from that run. You hang on to them even whenever you spawn back at the bonfire. Which is really nice. Now, if it breaks, it takes 3,000 souls to repair. It's pretty expensive to repair. But sometimes it's worth it. If you've got like 20,000 souls from just killing a boss or something like that, it's worth taking the moment to equip it. So he's going to run back into that house. Never really understood that guy. Okay, attack us, come on. So yeah, these fellas are pretty tough. Luckily, you'll notice that we haven't really been, you know, we're still not looking bad, even though we've gotten hit a couple times. That's because of that Ring of Restoration, which is constantly restoring our health. It's keeping us from having to use a Estus Flask or anything like that. I might be switching over to the Mace soon, just because the Halberd's getting pretty used up, and definitely want to save that for the boss. Just making sure that I don't get ambushed by this dog. Switch over to the Mace for the moment. There we go. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else in here. I think we've pretty much gotten everything. Did we go up there? I don't remember. I don't think there's anything up there, though, so it's pretty bare up here. Down here, there's going to be a couple items in that place that we're going to want to grab later on. Okay, here we don't have any choice. We're going to have to fight this guy the old-fashioned way, so. As you can see, some bleeding damage. Luckily, we can knock him down in 3 swings, which should be enough time for him before he can get in another attack. But that bleeding damage is going to reduce our stamina if it hits, which is a real headache. Yeah. He nearly put it on me there, so I'm actually going to wait a second before we go fight this third one over here. And what we're going to be doing is going through that house there to try to get up there, talk to an NPC that's up there, but we'll have to fight through another 4 of these fellas first. Come on then. Okay. Only got 1 swing on us, that's fine. Now here, usually open it up and roll away, because there's one of these fellas right in here, and to avoid aggroing both in that room, just get like a step out here, let this one come out. Come on then. And sometimes their swings go around you, like that one did. It's really bizarre. There's one down. Frequently there's one up there that will ambush you, but I don't... Oh, there he is. Like clockwork. So we are currently bleeding. Let's see if I can keep him away until that comes back. Come on then. Trigger an attack. There's one more up here. You can't backstab them, but it's hard to get around these guys just because of how wide and unwieldy they are. And they're kind of odd when they stagger. Usually a first hit will stagger them, but after that they won't get staggered anymore. So it requires a little bit of planning. Now there's 2 chests in here first off. I think this one just has a... Oh, it has a great sword in it. Cool. And this one's trapped though, so I'm gonna get away from it as soon as possible. And sometimes you get poisoned anyway. Drink that, and just the life gem should be able to counteract the rest of that. So that one has silver talismans in it, which has the same effect as the chameleon spell, which is kind of fun. Mostly useful for PvP. Monsters don't really care about it. There they are. So whenever you use it, you blend into a common item. Like so. Now I am a barrel. A barrel that can run. Yeah. Anytime you jump or attack, it breaks the spell.
Who are you? I, Gavlan. Gavlan will, Gavlan deal. Gavlan wants soul. many souls. What you want. With Gavlan, you will, you deal.
So Gavlin's pretty much a dwarf. He buys back items from you. He's the only NPC in the game that does that. So if we don't want that dagger, great, we can sell it to him for 50 souls. At this point, we're just gonna probably sell back duplicates of things. And stuff that's just plain crap. Like that. Okay. We've got 2 bastard swords, we don't need that. Okay. 2 hollow soldier helms, we only need 1 of those. Just a lot of hollow infantry helms. Okay. We're never ever going to equip the life ring again, so we may as well get rid of that. Everything else we could potentially use, so we'll hang on to all of that. And never bad to keep some of that on hand, just in case I do wind up using miracles later on or something. But he does also sell. He sells us the Ring of Giants, which increases our poise, and that's actually something that we're going to want for this character. That'll be really helpful. He also sells poison throwing knives, which we are also going to want. He sells poison moss, but we're going to get that normally through the game anyway. And life gems counter poison just as easily as anything else, but we do want those poison knives. Those are actually going to be really helpful for us. So I'm going to really quickly pop. 4 of those should be sufficient by the rest of them. Yeah, that'll be plenty. Since this character doesn't really have many other ranged options, I'm going to go ahead and pick up a few more of these poison throwing knives.
Many.
Maces stagger these guys in 1 hit, which is nice. Real quick, what do we need? We don't need the blue seal. Get the Ring of Giants equipped. So that improves our poise to 71. So what's the effect of that? Without it, we're at 61. So it increases it by 10, which is pretty significant. Alright, that's that. So now we'll go ahead and ring this bell. That's going to bring that ship in, let us fight the boss, and it's going to give us a way to get into the Lost Bastille. St. Elmo's fire is going to light up. Just going to ride on in. We'll be able to get to it down there at the dock. Excellent. This path is going to allow us to swing around here, and we can summon Lucatiel to help us here, which we are going to do in just a second. This opens up a shortcut, so now we can get in to that area through here. Oh, luckily we did not kill this chest. While we're thinking about it, I'm going to go ahead and run down here and take care of these guys. There are a few other items that we haven't gotten in here yet, so come on. That's a little something that's going to be pointed out in case you're having trouble with the black-skinned, long-armed monsters earlier. Yeah, very spooky. So that's the path to get through to the shortcut. Meanwhile, here is a Pharos Lockstone moment. It actually lights the lantern above me and causes all of the those black monsters to run. You can also grab that item that's sitting on top of his coast there. Can we jump up that? Yeah, we can. Not up there though. Okay, so we'll need to go back around, which will give me a chance to start the shortcut. So this is where we came in at, an ambush spot. And just over to the right here, there's archers shoot at you, and it's a lot more problematic to come through this way, I think. Oh wait, and there's an item back here, I forgot about it. Chest here. So it gives us the brigand equipment and the bandit axe, which is pretty nice. So we'll come back and summon Lucatiel in a second. First we're going to want to clear out this area, because we don't want Lucatiel getting poisoned before we walk into that boss fight. So here, some other sleeping fellas. I'm going to try to convince him to poison himself, which didn't quite work. That's okay. So these barrels are all full of poison. But in here we can find a chest. Estus Flash Shard, which is going to be nice. And one hit on him. As well as a Titanite Lizard, Crystal Lizard, Life Gems, some Souls, and another chest. The Royal Soldier's Ring, which is going to be great for this character. So at this point, we got our Stone Ring that enables us to reduce enemy poise faster, which is good. Ring of Blades, Ring of Giants, and now we're going to go ahead and equip that Royal Soldier Ring. So that increases our maximum load, which knocks us down to 79.7 here, which is great. So now if we take off the helmet, with the gloves, there we go. So now we can take off our gloves, and we're at 69, which allows us to fast roll, while still having pretty darn good armor on. So that's going to be good. And there's also something back here. I can use the throwing knife. There we go. And he gives us more throwing knives, so excellent there. Now down here, there are two of those long-armed monsters in there, and I think we are going to fight them because we do want an item that's down in that area. So we'll go ahead and bait them out one by one. Come on. And managed to get him down before he got a good hit on us, so that's good. And this one, go ahead and just swing on in. And actually, yeah, we'll get a backstab on him. So, got to see that too. Awesome. And he didn't drop anything. I think there's an item in here. I might be wrong. I'm wrong. So that was pointless. You can also just run off this roof over here and just completely avoid the fight, which is what I like to do. Here, yeah, we don't have bolts. These two guys hanging off, and they will ambush you later on whenever you go up to the boat. These guys will come up behind you unless you knock them off now, so knocking them off here is definitely a good decision. There's also this guy who's pretending to be asleep. He's a pushover. And if you're playing a sorcerer character, over in this area, something pretty useful. this NPC is the sorcerer instructor. He's got spells for sale and things like that.
I am Carillion, and I've no interest in the magic impaired.
But I've got no intelligence, so he doesn't give a crap about me. Over here's nothing really else. Just some device. But now we've completely cleared this space out, and we're doing okay on healing items. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab this item and go back and summon Lucatiel real quick. Get on that boat. That was awesome. So now she shouldn't take too much damage at all before we start this fight. So that'll be nice. Hello, Lucatiel. Alright. So she'll follow us down and help us out here. She'll follow us down and then help us out. Right, Lucatiel? Alright, thanks. Pretty much now we just have the boat left. Gonna clear that up. That archer is some sort of pacifist. He doesn't usually attack for whatever reason. Come on, Lucatiel. I got hit with an arrow. Alright. And now I'm going to go and switch back over to our primary weapon, that +4 halberd. And we'll be ready to fight Flexile Sentry down here. There's no items in here as I recall. Unless there's one up there. I'm going to double check. Nope, just empty crates. So nothing of any import. Hi, Lucatiel. And we're ready to fight this abomination. Flexile Sentry has two sides. You really want to stay on the side of the hammer. It is slower and more predictable. It does more damage, of course, when it hits, but that's better than not being able to predict an attack. Come on now. Swing. He's got a couple different combos that he does with them. That one can be a 1, 2, or 3 hit combo. Oop, dodge it out of the way. But especially with like Lucatiel in the fight, it's easy. You pretty much just stay at his side and you don't really have a whole lot to worry about. So, try not to get pinned. If you're fighting on your own, oh, I have never seen this attack before in my life. That is not great. Okay, alright. Lucatiel, I need you to keep him busy for a second. Can you do that? Well, that was great. If you're fighting on your own, you can use that central post to sort of block his attacks, which is a pretty effective strategy. Oh. Staggered him, and that's it. That's that fight. The lighting down here is great. Sentinels fire falling through. It's a cool little arena. Alright, and that's going to be our last easy boss fight for a little bit. Unfortunately, the Ruined Sentinels are next, and they're punks. But here's the Pyromancy Flame and Fireball. I need to up his vitality a little bit more. He looks silly without gloves on. I like the halberd's heavier than the mace. He's slower, and again, may as well just re-equip him. No, 70 exactly. Oh, he still fast rolls there. Sweet. So that's what we'll go with. 2 Knight Gauntlets instead. Got big feet. So this is going to take us up to the Lost Bastille, which is nice. There is an item here in that direction that we want, so we're going to get that in a second. Stepping on that again, stepping out, and then we'll jump on top of it. That gets us a scimitar and a repair powder. There's nothing to sniff at. I don't think there's any other items down here. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Some stuff upstairs, though. Halberd is in the wall. Okay, so that's the path up. But real quick, there's one item over here that we'll grab. Radiant Life Gem and Soul of a Knight. There's another item in here. I think it's just, yeah, common fruits, which improves poison resist. And then there is a, yeah, bonfire there. So we got our 15,228. We could, if we wanted to, go back to Majula and pick up some stuff there, but we're going to be doing okay. I'm going to go ahead and clear out this area before we move on. I think we still have time to take on another boss and do a little bit more on this episode. So there's another Hide Knight, but I don't really want his spear, so I'll let him be for now. Ow, so I can completely kill him from behind the spear. That's nice. Dogs are irritating, so that's going to be pretty much how we deal with them from now on. Or just chopping them into little bits from a distance. Up here is one of the mummy guards. You can come down and join us at any point in time, really. Hi there. It's just sort of a combo attack. But we can stun lock him pretty well. And finish him off. There we go. Over here is where a whole bunch of really nice items are, actually. I don't think we've got the key to get through the door that we need to over here, though. So I'm going to check that out real quick. I don't know how the damage does there. That's alright. Okay. These guys are easy to kill, but they run at you and explode, and it's really irritating. They do petrification damage, I believe. But, best to just kill them before they get to you, of course. Any sort of ranged weapons are really, really good against them. There's just flame butterflies in here. It's not really worth the risk. Flame butterflies allow you to activate torches. Yeah, it's locked. So we'll need the antiquated key before we can get in there, which you can get by going through the other route into the Lost Bastille from the Pursuer boss fight. And before I forget, this down. Just an alluring skull up there, which is a little clue. Alluring skulls are really, really good to use against those mummies, because they all run after that and explode on it. Here, I believe, is another Estus Flask shard, unless I'm mistaken. Yeah, and a large Titanite shard, so that's really, really good stuff for improving our weapons. We can get our halberd up to +5 now, I think. Bait it, come on. Or no, that's fine. There's 2 other dogs here, which is always a bit of a fun fight. Best way to find them one-on-one is to jump back here and just bait out one of them this way. Let that one see you. And the other one won't. Like so. Yep, I know. 2 swings to take care of it. Hooray. Okay, and again, antiquated keys needed for that. So instead, I'm gonna try to... Oh, he destroyed it. Asshole. We're gonna try to use that to get through the other way to get into that back area there. Ah, so we got me as it got him. I don't remember how to get to that item, actually. Not sure how to do it. Oh, hello. I think I'll switch over to the mace so that we still have the halberd when we need it later on. Weapon durability is dropping pretty quick on that halberd. Gold pine resin. I guess it's fair. It's a heavy thing on a stick, so. Come on now. Let's do it. Mace is just nice and easy to use. It's not hard to get a strong hit on people with it, so. Okay. So there's a couple ways to get in through here. Gonna go take this ladder real quick. Oh, the shadow's down there. Nice. Just a large Titanite shard up here, and say hello to Lucatiel again. She's got a human effigy for us this time around.
You haven't changed a bit, have you?
Literally just saw you.
The longer I am here, the more madness I discover. A wretched place indeed, but not without traces of its former glory. What could have caused such degradation? Ah, yes. I have not thanked you for humoring me the other day. This is for you. Of course, I have no idea what it is. Our land of Mirror is surrounded by enemies and constantly at war. There is only one way up in Mirror. Join the Order and prove yourself in battle. My family had little fortune and no name. I had to carve out a piece of the world for myself with 2 things: my sword and my loyalty to my lord. I was raised to wield a sword from birth. Life was hard, but I never gave it a second thought. I had swift success on the battlefield and quickly attained respectable stature. And then I came here to... Have you heard of the undead? These poor souls affected by the curse. An undead gradually loses his humanity until his wits degrade completely. Finally, he turns hollow and preys upon others. And a hollow can never be human again. One can skirt this wicked fate only with the help of the souls found here. Assuming, of course, that the legends are true.
Just takes off her mask. It's like half hollowed. It's a little weird.
I'm sorry. To burden you with talk of my fate. I suppose I've grown weary these days. I'm sorry. To burden you with talk of my fate. I suppose I've grown weary these days. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I suppose I've grown...
And that's Lucatiel. We'll go ahead and finish clearing. There's nothing really else that we want here. So, what we're going to do then, we're going to head back and find a bonfire and go back through the back of the Lost Bastille. You find a little bit less enemies that way. Lose a lot less weapon durability. Leaves you in better position to fight the boss of this area, who's a punk. So we're going to go ahead and do it that way. Plus it gives us a chance to blow this up from behind, which we are going to take. There's a bonfire in there and a smith, so we definitely want that. It's our friend the Hide Knight. It's summoning sign. We will definitely be summoning help for the Ruined Sentinels because, that fight. Oh, not that way. So, we can go the back way through Cardinal Tower, go back to where we fight the Pursuer. Yep, I know. Clean up those fellas. Head on back through here. We'll just ignore the other two guys. Okay, let's see. Just quiet. I don't know what to say. Let's run to the other end. Alright, so this is at the other end of the tower that Lucatiel's in. And that, you can see it right there. And we'll be taking a circuitous route to get there. There we go. Go and fire at us. Yeah. Cool. And so there's a whole bunch of dogs down here. We don't like dogs. So they can all burn. And over here, get a nice ring that is going to, come on then. Come with a silver serpent ring and the antiquated key. And I'm not sure if that's the one that works on the blacksmith store or whether it's the Bastille key that you get later on, but we'll try it out. Go to Silver Serpent Ring increases the amount of souls you get from killing things, so it's good for farming if you're looking to farm for a specific purchase like that. Man, you gotta love that stone ring. Lucatiel's gone because we've exhausted all of our dialogue. Now we're on the back end of this again. Carve these guys with that mace. Hello. Human effigy. The dogs do drop human effigies, so they're sometimes nice to farm if you're running low on those. Probably won't be a problem for this playthrough, but in case it is for you, that's where to look for them. Oh, he did guard us there. That's okay. Let's take a moment. For some reason, one of those mace hits missed. There we go. That's what we're going to do now. Gonna lightly roll this barrel down the stairs. Yeah, there you go. Keep on going. Woo! Oh, we killed the dog with that, too. So that's going to open up our way there. Go ahead and finish off dog here, too. Kill them before they get the wrong idea. So that's locked. Yeah, so it's the Bastille key that we'll get in Belfry Luna, which is not far from here. It's after we killed the Ruined Sentinels. So here...
Oh, why can't they all be this easy?
we talked to this weird, creepy dude. So, we're going to be opening up all of those chests in a second. First, we want to light this torch. Light this here, because this guy has a real love for light. So he's going to, next time we rest a bonfire, he's going to move over to that, open up this chest for us. And later on, whenever we get an ember for him, he will start imbuing our weapons with different elements and things like that. It'll be handy. We won't worry about that for now. Let's go kill the Ruined Sentinels before we have to kill all those enemies on the way first. But he does have a lot of Titanite shards sitting around here. All stuff that's going to be pretty useful for us. Heavy bolts and that sort of stuff. So, I'm wondering what weapon's going to be best for taking out these guys here. I usually use like a bastard sword for it, but this mace is already upgraded, so I think we can stick with that, and it should be fine if I am careful with it. So here you can get mobbed by a lot of these royal soldiers, so it's best to walk in just far enough to aggro those guys there, and not those guys down there. Swing. And they actually do a lot of damage with those swings, like a really kind of silly amount. So it's best to play it safe with these guys. We're killing them with three swings. So that's not too bad. These two guys will aggro if you're going a little bit farther. So one way to do this is to go in there and kill the two guys there, and then you can open a gate and kill the other two. I prefer to just go down and around and ignore two of them. Because this comes up on the other side of that gate, which we'll see in a second. Go. There's nothing really over there except those two. So, not really bad at all. We'll go ahead and summon somebody here, Dr. Skulka. Or not. Everybody likes these two. So here is Pilgrim Belclair. She is the NPC summon for this fight. She uses magic and things. It's useful. Definitely good to have her along, as long as she doesn't aggro people ahead of the time that she's supposed to, because this boss fight is actually 3 individual bosses. 3 different Ruined Sentinels, which is irritating. So we're going to wait for other people to appear, because it's best to have as many people as possible for this boss fight. We can probably take it with Pilgrim Belclair, but just to be safe. I'm going to wait. So she has a... she does magic and miracles. She's got a chime and a staff, looks like. Come on, where is everybody? So how was your day today? Oh, hey. Doing it. Hey, we got somebody. Deployment wave. Oh, looks like he's using the whatchamacallit, Blacksmith's hammer. So here we have our friend, the Ruined Sentinel. Just one of them. There's 2 others over there that you can't quite see. I totally had my shield up. I'm confused. I'll take my moment to heal. It's crowded. I really prefer to go down after we kill the first one, which is what we'll be doing in just a second. Come on then. Swing. Thank you. Gotcha. Cool. So we'll pop a life gem real quick and start healing up, because we're about to take some damage from dropping. And then we'll go ahead and slip right in. So he throws a shield, which is bad for him because now he can't block at all. Where's the other Ruined Sentinel? Okay, we'll take care of him. That attack is dangerous as fuck. So the key here is very, very much going to be like keeping them both in front of you, keeping your shield up whenever you've got a good chance to attack both of them at the same time. And both of these guys cast, well, at least one of them is casting spells, so if I just can keep them busy, that should be sufficient. Okay. Oh, no, we don't want him behind us. Okay, so he's dead. Kind of a wasted hit there. That's fine. Or we can just focus down this guy now. It won't be a problem at all. Come on. Bring it. Yeah, there we go. Pilgrim Belclair's shooting magic off. So there we go. That was some good help there. In a little bit, I might get summoned myself to help other people out with this fight. It's good to pay it forward whenever you get summoned. So there's a whole bunch of secret walls that you need to activate by clicking the interact button, A on my Xbox controller. Plugged in my PC. There's the shield that Ruined Sentinel threw at me. So these open up to a couple different areas, which is going to be nice. This one takes us up to one of the raised areas where there's an item that we can get by jumping to it, but, you know, may as well walk. So there's the sorcerer spell Hush there. Homeward Bones up here. Target shield there. Nothing in here. And item here. And this is the pathway up and onward. And there is another door up here as well. It's this wall, I think. Yeah, so it does also have mummies in it. Or undead citizens, rather. So you definitely got to be careful with that. Or just a single one, I guess. But in here we've got rouge water, so that'll be nice. Okay. Run past that area. There's a exploding mummy right there, who nearly killed me the first time I came through this fight, and that was not a lot of fun. I think there's also an item in one of these that we can grab. Yeah, sold the name of the soldier there. So. Okay. So, hooray! Got that bonfire lit. And at this point, we're pretty set. We do have a Pharaoh's Lockstone, if I remember correctly, which we can go to Belfry Luna with down there. We might try to do that next time. Beyond that, we do have 48,000 souls that we should spend. So I'm going to head back to Majula real quick, and we'll finish off this episode with me with some upgrading, weapon upgrading and things.
Oh, I'd given you up for dead. Bush had me worried, really.
Okay. So we can... Ooh, we've got a lot of large cyanide shards, actually. That is awesome. So we got a +6 halberd now. That's going to be good. And a +4 mace. Awesome. So we just need a Titanite chunks now. Start leveling that up. We're wearing the Night Gauntlets right now. We may want to upgrade those. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to start improving the helmets. Yeah, we'll put a point into Vitality and start improving the helmets, and that's going to be better for us. I think, in the long run.
Awesome. I'll be around.
Is that here to see? However,
cool. Oh, he's wearing the Havel set. We'll eventually probably move on to that. How many SS? Yeah, we had 2 SS flash shards, so that is great. We're up to 5 now. That's going to be beneficial. I think we got a Sublime Bone Dust to burn too. Let me go and check that. We're at it. So I'm going to pump my Vitality up to 15, which is going to improve my equip load by 6 pounds. Should let us go ahead and equip the helmet along with what we've got right now while not sacrificing any mobility. And that's definitely something we want. Pump Vigor up to 18. We can get up to 20 right now. Endurance can go to 12, and then we'll pump another into Strength and start focusing on damage now. We've been doing plenty as things stand, but that's going to be enough health to last us for a while, I think. So, let me see. We're going to make sure that we can equip that helmet now. Without, okay, so that puts us to 70. Probably need 1 more point in Vitality while we're at it. So, how much does that give us? Okay. That shit. Oh, wow. Yeah, that was too much. Okay. So that'll be plenty.
less.
1 more point of Vitality. Excellent. Cool. So now, 69.1 with this equip load. So, pretty bare bones. We don't have any side weapons attached. Can't switch over to a crossbow and pinch or anything, but, you know, that's what throwing knives are for. In fact, we'll equip those poison knives right now. And and now we are set. So yeah, fast rolling with all that armor on. What's our armor sitting at right now? Physical defensive 85. That's not bad at all. That'll be good. Okay, so I think that's going to be it for the episode. Until next time.